Okay, welcome all. Welcome to Startup Investor Pitch Lunch. I'm Tanya Mitchell, your Startup Investor Pitch Lunch host. I'm a founder and CEO of Mission to Mars Academy and Indina Consulting in Silicon Valley. We help global entrepreneurs scale their companies to US market and help US investors expand their investment portfolio and meet unique and talented innovators from the global market. Startup Investor Pitch Lunch is a unique virtual event that connects disruptive tech startups from around the world with Silicon Valley and global investors. At our virtual platform, we showcase the best startups from around the world and give them a chance to pitch some of the most prominent investors from Silicon Valley Bay Area or America in general. We provide US investors first-hand access to investment opportunities from new countries and new markets. And we are proud to have some of the most prominent investors attending our events, as well as some of the brightest founders. By the way, to all investors watching this now, I want to announce that we are preparing a really unique immersive roadshow and investor event, helping you learn more about the innovative ecosystem of the Middle East, connecting US investors and investors from UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Abu Dhabi. And this program is coming up this fall. So if you are interested to join this upcoming investor event, just let me know and we can put you on our email list for the updates for this exciting investor event. So today is our next pitch event that brings together the best of the best founders and investors, and we are ready to make some investment magic happen here today. We have a really bright constellation of pitching companies, unique, incredibly talented innovators representing different geographies and cultures in the various industries: Fintech, BioTech, EdTech, consumer tech, gaming. And here are the companies that will be presenting their innovations to you today. Games is Fantasy, transforming the future of skill-based gaming industry. Nailed It Labs, unlocking personalized beauty experiences with AI. Unlock Biology, building foundational large-scale AI models for human cells. ViaScale, AI-powered platform to organize, showcase, and evolve every career. MidPay, the future of crypto payments powered by AI. Deflation Coin, AI-powered solution against inflation and crisis. Halo, bringing together faith and AI. Halo is revolutionizing how churches meet the needs of believers with the help of AI. And Incredi, AI fundraising platform for the new startup era. Each founder today will have 5 minutes to pitch, followed by 5 to 7 minutes of Q&A session with our panel of judges. And in our investor judging panel today, we have some of the best Silicon Valley investors from Silicon Valley and beyond, who will be supporting our founders today by asking their questions and providing their feedback to your companies. Now, let me introduce our panel of investor judges for today. Carl Jones, Managing Partner in Height Ventures. Emilio Escortin, Partner from Fuel Capital. Todd Yancey, Silicon Valley Angel Investor, ex-IBM, Oracle, and SAP. Elisa Dragomir, Corporate Venture Capital from JetBlue Ventures. John Stewart, Managing Director of Stewart Ventures, investor and successful entrepreneur with multiple exits. Alexander Galitsky, Partner of Almaz Capital. Max Shapiro, angel investor from Silicon Valley, founder of Pitchforce and People Connect. Jordan Wabach, angel investor representing Silicon Valley Venture Group. Bon Ko, partner from Venrock Capital. Moody Odat, partner from Bullpen Capital. Jean Fain, angel investor and tech innovator from LA. Kay Grunwald, managing partner Games Angel Syndicate. Andrea Lee, representing Lee Family Office. Mary Jo Potter, angel investor from Healthcare Angels. Prasun Mishra, representing Invent Fund of University of California, San Francisco. Jess Svoboda from Richard Beck Capital, and Dmitry Dubagrayev, partner of Mida US. Welcome all. Also, if you're an investor in this room and I didn't introduce you, please introduce yourself when you will be asking your questions. More investors will be watching the replay of this video as it will be posted on our YouTube channel and shared with our many thousand network of investors. So welcome all our esteemed investors. Thank you for finding time to join us today. We appreciate having you with us and hearing your insightful questions and feedback for the pitching companies today. And a few instructions for the investors that are joining us for the first time today. We don't really have any scoring system in place for this event. It is not a contest of any kind. Nevertheless, I was recently advised to make it a contest, but it is just an opportunity for you to get to know our founders and their projects, to explore investment opportunities, and to start those conversations. During the pitch event, everybody will stay muted, and when the investor wants to ask a question, you can raise your virtual hand, and I will give you a mic to speak. After each pitch, you can ask your questions and provide your critical or supportive feedback to our founders pitching companies. So don't be shy, be active. Our founders want to hear your opinion. Also, founders, if you don't get any questions or immediate reactions, it means our investors are pleasantly shocked and they're processing your presentation. That doesn't mean they don't have interest, but many investors stay silent and then just send you a check. So that's what's happening. Okay, well, there is no commitment to invest after this event. If you really get impressed by our pitching companies, and we really selected the brightest of the brightest here today in this room, you are very welcome to invite them for a one-on-one meeting. We do not take any success fee or any kind of equity from a founder, so we're only happy to hear about those deals happening. And we've had some investment magic happen before at our pitch events, and we expect it to happen again today. I will be sharing all the investor and founder contacts with our participants the next day after the event. The recording of this event will be shared with all participants. Also, your pitch decks, your pitch videos will be shared with our network of investors. Many thousands of investors will be able to learn about your venture in just one day from now. So they can reach out to you if they're interested to discuss an investment opportunity. But the priority access, of course, for the investors here in this room, which we are very excited about. And on this note, I want to start open our pitch session for today and invite our first presenter, hear from our genius founders that are gathered to impress us with their company and innovations. So our first presenting company today is Gamesys Fantasy, transforming the future of skill-based gaming industry, and its founder, Anand Umraniya. I'm sorry if I misspell it, Anand Umraniya. Welcome. You can share your screen for the presentation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all the investors. So myself, Anand Umraniya, I'm based out in Ahmedabad, India. So before this Gamesys 11, I was like leading my own digital marketing agencies for like around 10 years, worked with all size clients across the globe, even US and Europe zone. And before starting this Gamesys 11, I was also working with a US based operator who were running casino slot based games online. So gaming is like a kind of passion for me. So that's why I'm like going deep dive and starting something in India, because Indian fantasy sports market is like rising, and it's like the only gaming industry which are making too much or lots of money. So let me get started with the Gamesys 11 and give you insights about the same. So this is like the Indian fantasy sport market. It was $12 billion in 2023 and expected to grow by $14 billion. In 2023, it was like 180 million fantasy sports users were there. In 2027, it is expected to grow by 500 million. Right now, it stands at 250 million in 2025. And it also generates a couple of jobs in the market, in Indian fantasy sports market and through Indian economy. Also, government are getting good money through taxes. So it is also growing year over year. This is like Indian fan base by sports, because like in India, like majority of fallout sports are cricket. That I think the world knows that. In US, like everybody knows like the NFL and Super Bowl and baseball. So we have cricket here in India, which is like most popular sports, and followed by football, hockey, kabaddi, and other badminton sports. User splits like demography, like most of the young users are playing fantasy sports games. That is between 18 to 24, 35%. Then 25 to 34 are 40% user base, and 35 plus age are 25%. If we talk about the city-wise split of user base, so tier 1 cities have a 40% and tier 2 and 3 are 60%. We have launched this Game Series 11 in May 2023, 2 years past, and we want to like innovate and deliver the enriching experience to our customer base by deep engagement into the fantasy sports and the game itself. And we want to become a leading force into Indian fantasy sports market, like we are seeing into top 5 in next 5 years. This is like how you play on GameSys 11. You download the app, register, complete your KYC, and you will land on the homepage where you will see different matches are coming, upcoming matches, where you have to select 11 players out of 22. This is for the cricket I'm talking about. And out of that 11 player, you can also select one captain and vice captain that will multiply your points because this point system is connected with the leaderboard. So whenever a live score is changed, your point and leaderboard will also change. So that's why you can go up and down in the live match scenario, where if you participated in the contest, so you can see your rank. Are you winning or losing or what's happening with that? So we have deep engagement gamification in there, where we have introduced the coin system so user can engage deeply into the sports by availing those coins and benefits, which I will talk later. And right now we have started with the cricket as a fantasy sports, but later on we will also introduce football, kabaddi, baseball, basketball, and other sports which are also followed in India. We have like more than 5 lakh, half a million users right now, and we have got thousands of reviews. There are like thousands of winners so far, so I cannot showcase all of them. So listed out two or three, which are like got the highest rank in the mega leaderboard. These are the features of our game. Like we have 200 plus contest variety. We are also having a profit and loss tracker, so you can have a responsible play on our game. And this is like the some only we are the only company who are having this feature right now. We are also like the only company in the market who offers daily free contests. Means you don't have to pay anything, but still there are chances to win something. And we are also running some different leaderboard programs. Some are automated, some are manual, but plan is to like automate everything. Also, we are the only company in the market who offers bonuses and also get it utilized into the matches. So like we are having the highest percentage of bonus utilization score in the market. We are also having a guru or expert team. We call it Panditji, where if you are new to the fantasy sports, you can pick up ready-made team, engage their team into the contest and win something. Only thing catch is here is like if you win something, so 10% will be given to the guru who has built that team. Also a small gadget league contest, so you can also win cash prizes plus gadgets like electronics, merchandise, and everything. Also matches are live, so you can also update, you can check the live score matches and all those things. The here are the USPs of us. Like we are offering 24 by 7 customer support via phone, email, and chat. We are offering as low as 1 rupees lowest entry fee, and we are also charging 10% lower commission into the market. Like market is charging 20%, so we are charging 10% lower to that. Leaderboard programs and Panditji feature, which I already talked about. Bonus offers and utilization. We are like giving the offers bonus and also make it utilize into the matches. We are also like giving some taxation relief to the users. Right now, Gamesys 11 is competing with the already industry giants, which are like popular in India, like Dream 11, My 11 Circle, and MPL. Those are Dream 11 is the market leader. Then later on, 4 or 5 years down the line, My 11 Circle came out, and MPL is also the have same story. MPL is also offering hyper casual games along with the fantasy sports. And we are like the emerging player, but we are getting tractions. Like in a less than 2 years, we got half a million users, and right now we are bootstrapped. Uh, no tax, no daily giveaway, small gadgets. Those are our USP. We are like have our own go-to-market strategy where we are bootstrapped, so we are spending our each penny smartly. We are doing influencer marketing and targeted user base for the user acquisitions game, and we also engage deeply through our custom campaigns, channels, and WhatsApp and all those things, so we can retain them. Also, we have some analytics in place to check how we are going. These are the revenue stream. We are getting platform commission fee on every user join the contest and win. So, and beside that, we have three different avenues that is coming into the Games 11, where we offer subscription model, tournament bundles, and ad integration. This is our tech stack like Flutter, Laravel, MySQL, and in future we also go to the Node, and AWS is the architecture. We are also planning to have an AI-enabled roadmap where smart team suggestions will be there through AI, personalized contest, dynamic entry and discounts, deposit-related prediction models to offer users, reduce the churn, and reward wheels and those kind of things. As we have right now 2024-5, in India, it's not calendar year. We have a financial year of April to March. So cricket is the only sports right now we have. In 25, 26 that is started, we will introduce football and kabaddi, and then we'll go to other sports. So traction. So in October 2023, we have launched our beta, and the same month we got our first 1,000 customer. Then followed to December 2024, where we reached 256K users. In this month, May, we have crossed half a million users. And in next March, we will cross 1.3 and follow like the future growth that we are seeing. This is me and my founding director, Jay Patel. Jay Patel is based out in Columbia, South Carolina. He was here he went there for the further studies, and now he's a citizen over there. He is like serial entrepreneur having hospitality portfolio. This is my core favorite people who I closely work with every day. Product manager, sales marketing head, gaming operation, customer success manager, our virtual CFO and HR. This is my old team. This is the last Christmas photo that we have. This is the why you should invest. Like industry is going to have a 500 million users by 2027. Right now we have 250 million users already. For FDI is expected by 2027 is $3 billion. Industry is growing at 30% CAGR. IPL is the biggest cricketing tournament in the world. If you talk about in US, so it's like NFL, NBA. If we talk about football, English Premier League, so this is like that big, and IPL stands around fourth or fifth position in terms of kind of revenue. My investment ask is 1.4 million USD for the current financial year 25 and 26, if we talk about Indian terms, and we're going to spend 0.78 million in sales and marketing for the user acquisition, and for the employees and payrolls and other related stuff 3.44 million, and on the product enhancement and upgrades it's like 0.18 million. This is our forecast of financial projections. 23-24 it's audited and it was in negative. 24 and 2025 it's about to audit in June. But this is the states of total bad place is like 1.4 million in 24-25. In 23-24 it was like 0.03. It is the projection for 25 and 26 is 6.51 million USD. So this is like the kind of thing. Winning distribution, gross profits, gross margins are gradually increased from negative to neutral and neutral to positive. So this is like the chart. So that's it about me and the Games 11. And we want to like disturb the Indian fantasy sports market, as well as in future we will also go global, starting with Africa, Middle East, and then US. This is the daily fantasy sports game. You have like season long games in like FanDuel, DraftKings in US, but here in India it's like daily fantasy sports where matches today, results are declared today, same day winnings and distributions also happen. So that's it about me and Games 11. I'm open for the Q&A.
Amazing. Thank you, Anand. When I first came across this company, I thought you were long awaited in the USA. It's impressive traction metrics while you're still in India. We definitely want to bring you in. So I hope with the help of people, good Samaritans in this room, you can make the leap. Max Shapiro, please. You have a question, feedback?
Thank you. Anand, thank you for your presentation. I appreciate it. I think you're saying that in 2029, your gross revenue is going to be $22 million US. Is that correct?
20, yeah.
And you're raising 1.4, but you didn't tell us what the deal is for investors. Is it a safe? What's the pre-money or post-money on that?
Yeah. Let me coming through that. So like our valuation stands at right now for the next 5 years is 18.23 million. And right now for the current year's financial requirement is 1.41 million.
So just to
Our
be clear, you're raising 1.4 on an $18 million valuation.
yes.
I think that's extremely high. And to only be doing 22 million in 4 years, I don't see how investors are going to get a big return on this.
I agree, Max. John Stewart speaking.
Hey, John. Yeah. And
And
Nanda,
we
John, go ahead. As the concilium I hear, I guess. Like, let's help Anand figure out the correct valuation.
Oh, sure. The buyers of securities or the investors always decide on the in consultation with you. So it's like selling a house. You can put any for sale sign on it at any number you want, but if you want people to come through your open house and make you an offer, you have to be realistic. I would first of all compliment you. I would love to have a follow-up call with you, Anand. I'm very impressed by the direction you're going, and I have a million questions about the metrics around your users and how many bets they place and what your customer acquisition costs are, stuff that goes beyond the scope of this call. But regarding valuation, you are in the 5 to 10 million free money range in the US today, if you want to get US sophisticated investors, in my opinion.
okay. Thank you, John.
There is one investor here who really spent a long time trying to bring him in to attend our event. Alex Galitsky, are you here? Just curious to hear your thoughts. I don't know if Alex, can you hear me? Okay. Maybe Alex is not yet fully present, but I can see him. Yeah, his account here. Okay. Anybody else? Todd, Yancy, and Emilio, Jordan. Any questions, feedback?
No, I thought good presentation. Thank you. And I would agree with John. I think the valuation is high, but I think you've got some potential.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is just the first reaction. It's just like initial beginning of conversation. So any other investors in the room have any feedback, any comment, please do it now.
I agree with the. I do agree with the team with a bunch of investors that the valuation is very high. I think my recommendation is to get some traction and try to incorporate the right partners to the cap table. In our portfolio, we have a couple of companies into the sports, and definitely, valuations are much more humble, and so as long as you are adding, good investors to the cap table and offer them attractive, valuation, they can convert with a discount any sort of safe in the future. That will help pretty much. Okay, but I think you are moving in the right direction. I think as of today, what I can say is a good idea and a good definitely disruptive technology. But again, the valuation is a key here.
Thank you.
Okay, Anand, like my take from this is people are discussing the terms of the deal. That is already a win. So we're not talking about anything else but what the valuation will be. So which is a good sign to me. Okay. Awesome. Now let's move on. As I mentioned, we'll share everybody's context. Plus, you will get much more exposure from our investor outreach campaign. And all the interest will be forwarded to you, so you can continue the discussion. Definitely come to Silicon Valley, meet us in person, and like, do more coffee meetings with our great smart money investors. Amazing. Okay, thank you. That was our first pitch. Congratulations. Welcome to America. That was the
Thank
first
you, everyone.
step.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yes, absolutely. Stay in touch. Stay tuned. And I want to invite our next presenting company for today, which is Nailed It Labs. Very talented young female entrepreneur founded company that is all about beauty and AI, smart beauty. Unlocking personalized beauty experiences with AI. Alex Jean, welcome. And this is your spotlight right now. Impress our investors with your smart beauty product.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction and including us in the panel. I'll be sharing my screen. So, hi, I'm Alex, founder of Nailed It. We are building this marketplace. Help people effortlessly find nail design and help them book the service. It's like usually people in the manicure space struggle with different kind of pain points. One of them is like, I love the design, but no idea who can actually do it. That frustration inspired us to build a Nailed It. We make beauty discovery effortless. Our AI recommends nail designs tailored to your style and instantly matches you with salons and artists who can deliver. So think of this as a combination of Pinterest and OpenTable. But this is more than convenience. Manicure is a 105 billion plus beauty market that is highly fragmented, disintegrated, and mostly women-led small businesses. And Nailed It connects the talented professionals with customers. We're trying to turn inspiration into book business in just minutes. We've all been there. You find the perfect nail design online, hopefully, but who can actually do it? Millions spend forever scrolling for inspiration, only to hit a dead end when it's time to book. Nailed It is here to change that. Nailed It is an AI-powered platform that makes nail discovery and booking seamless. We build this multi-model AI search engine to help users discover their nail designs based on their preferences. Users get hyper-personalized design recommendations based on their reviewed preferences using text or image queries, and then instantly get booked, matched with salons or artists, and booked in seconds. No more guesswork, just instant booking made simple. This isn't a small market. The US beauty services industry is 105 billion, and digital bookings are growing at 14.3% annually. But nail care remains overlooked by tech. It's fragmented offline and hard to navigate. It's also a highly social space driven by women and creative professionals. And Gen Zs and millennials see manicures as self-expression. They drive viral trends and crave seamless discovery. Nailed It bridges the gap between online inspiration and real-world small businesses, empowering both sides. We launched our MVP in February 2025 and have onboarded 70 plus salons and 300 plus nail artists. It built an AI-powered design search and booking platform that is live now. We have launched in Seattle. We currently have over 300 monthly active users and generated 19.5K profile views in the past month. And we've also secured 50K in early funding. Our revenue model, business model is simple and scalable. We are going to do commission-based commission charge on bookings and premium listings for salons and artists, and then targeted promotions and ads for beauty brands. We also enable individual nail designers, many independent creatives to monetize design through platform visibility and partnerships. Okay. And nailed it more than it's more than just beauty tech. We connect fragmented, women-led, immigrant-led businesses with new customers, empower these people, creative nail artists with monetization and visibility. Otherwise, their creativity will be just buried in the social media search algorithms. It brings AI into an overlooked yet deeply social and expressive beauty field. Our vision is to make personalized beauty accessible, scalable, and inclusive. We are currently raising 300 to 500K to finalize our AI recommendation engine, grow salon partnerships, and expand beyond Seattle into major US cities. If you believe in making beauty smarter, more inclusive, and more connected, please join us. And our go-to-market strategy starts with Gen Z and millennial beauty customers in urban markets who are highly digital, trend-driven users active on TikTok and Instagram. We use organic social content, influencer partnerships, and salon clubs to build awareness and drive real bookings. Over time, we believe these social sharing and personalized recommendations will create a scalable flywheel, more data, better suggestions, and more engagement and more bookings. So this approach will let us grow city by city, building network density in each local market with deepening personalization across the platforms. What makes us different is that Nailed brings AI into an overlooked beauty space, making design discovery and salon connection seamless and personal. Empower independent, often women-led immigrant-run salon and artists while solving a real daily frustration for beauty lovers. And I come from a background in economics and data science and tech. With a deep connection to culture and consumer behavior, I've studied how people make choices, and I know how to turn insight into product. What I saw in nails wasn't just beauty, it was self-expression, creativity, and a social identity signal, especially for younger customers. But the discovery and booking experience right now is disconnected, frustrating, and completely untouched by intelligent technology. That's the opportunity I saw, and that's what we are building with Nailed It. We already have an MVP that is live, as salons and artists for onboarding, and early user growth and clear roadmap ahead, and a team of talented people from USC, Carnegie Mellon, UC Davis, and more brought together, not just by skill, but by sheer passion for this space. I move fast, learn fast, and ship. I've taken this from concept to product, built a team, and started solving a real problem that most overlooked. But more than that, I know how to lead. I'm not just an operator, I'm a connector. I bring together people from across disciplines and drive them toward a unified version. That's how we are building nowadays, not just as a side project, but as a platform with the potential to transform how people interact with beauty. And we are trying to build this as a platform, go-to platform for people to discover beauty and book a service in the area. So yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, really bright. And you forgot to mention you already raised, I believe, 100K. So there is like active interest from Silicon Valley investors, right?
Yeah, we've already raised 50K from friends and family.
Okay, friends and family. Okay, great. So let's hear what our judges will say.
Sorry, how much is the ask?
300 to 500K.
Okay.
Question I have for you, out of the 78 plus salons that you have, are they using it exclusively for all their bookings?
No, they are also listed on other platforms as well.
What
Is that
percentage?
the question you were trying?
Yeah, what percentage of them are going through of their bookings are going through the platform?
Currently, we have still not got to the booking stage yet. Many people who are visiting our website are using the search function for nail design. And then we are like expecting for the booking to come in the next week, as we are collaborating more with the local influencers. They're currently driving customers to us.
Okay.
This is John Stewart, the investor. I don't understand your unit economics. What are your total revenues in 2025 to date, and what is it per customer or per salon?
Okay, so I want to clarify, we're still pre-revenue. We just launched like 3 months ago. And then our expectation is by the end of this year, we are going to reach 1,000 active users. And then per customer will bring us about like $50 per visit. Of the service they are going to book per visit is on average like $50. And then each customer will be like visiting 1.5 times on average a month. So that'll like bring us in total booking revenue about like 90K by the end of the year. And then booking fees we're going to extract from that will be a little bit above like 20K. And then total revenue we're expecting to be 114K based on that. But
Okay,
like
so
from the year three, we're going to make.
I would work on this model really hard. The skeptical male investor says, I know no women who visit a salon 1.5 times a month. I have 8 nephews and nieces, the daughter-in-law, and women who visit nail salons, and it's maybe once every 2 or 3 months. So that assumption seems strong to me. Then I'm curious about the $50 goes to you. Is the customer paying an extra $50, or are you taking that revenue away from your salon partner or clients?
I am expecting minimum of $50 for the service fee, but this service fee would not totally go to me. It'll be mostly go to the salon, and then I'll be charging like from $50 about like 5 to 10%, $5 to $10 about as a service fee from us, the booking service fee.
Okay, so to understand it clearly, the consumer pays $50. 90% of that or so goes to the salon, or $45,
Yes.
and you keep $5 for your services.
Yeah.
So it's a additional revenue to the salon, or is it coming out of, if somebody walked off of the street, what they would pay the salon?
So we'll be driving some customer traffic to the salons. So you can consider this as additional customers that we'll bring to the salon, to the businesses.
I understand that. I'm just saying it's like if a delivery service picks up a meal at a restaurant. Either the consumer pays extra for it, they don't like to do that, or you take it out of the restaurant and the restaurant is paying you some of the revenue that they would have gotten. They're just looking for clarity on what is your plan and what is your research that indicates that either the consumer will pay it or the salon will pay it.
Are you asking about the willingness to pay from the salon side instead of just the customer side?
I'm saying your business model is unclear, and so I'm suggesting that you work on it, because it's unclear to me. It's probably unclear to other investors, and I'm skeptical of success based on an unclear business model. And so to overcome that skepticism, you need to be crystal clear on how it works, given that you have nobody who's paying you yet for it. It's a theory. So prove to me that your theory is going to be something that salons will salute. I'm trying to say it nicely, but.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, there are booking service. There are websites that's running only booking service right now, and then they have like onboard many salons where
this is Jordan.
Basically, yes.
Alex, I'm with John. I didn't quite understand it, so I'm echoing what he said. It was a little unclear, so you may want to just clarify that. That's all he's trying to say.
So Alex, what I really liked about your presentation is that when you position this as it's more than just nails in a traditional beauty sense, it is a sign for the new generation, whether it is Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y. It is a sign of identity and a culture, and it's definitely done all more often than once in 3 weeks. And John, I kind of get his point. He's a very experienced entrepreneur. He's done multiple ventures and like many exits. So I would listen to his suggestion, his advice. But overall, sometimes we need to accept that the times are changing and the consumer behavior is changing. And sometimes younger entrepreneurs, they can sense better the patterns. Sometimes we don't know like the shift that is happening right now, and be the first one to jump in, even as an experiment. But those startups who first jump on this new wave, that sometimes older entrepreneurs and investors don't get it. But Alex, this is your call now to prove them wrong. I'm with you. I'm a strong supporter of female entrepreneurs. I love beauty salons. I believe there's a big future behind the beauty industry empowered by AI. So definitely let's talk more, and let's talk to female investors. These guys don't get it. Okay.
Hey, Tanya, wait a minute. All of us have wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, nephews.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There is no gender divide in here. We are all super aware of the need for salons. Trust me,
Sometimes you
I've
need to
had more
identify
trips
with
to
the
the nail
product in
salon
order to
than
get
I've had trips
started.
to the hairdresser. So we're with you. We want to support you.
And by the way, male beauty industry is also booming. All the barber shops, like men doing nails. It is a huge trend. Not in the tech. By the way, many startups that we'll be presenting today will be a little bit more provocative for like our typical Silicon Valley bubble kind of mindset, but it's challenging and I love it. I think it's great to bring the diversity of perspectives and challenge our investors also a little. So I appreciate everybody's opinion. I guess the time and the market will gonna judge who's right and who's wrong here. Our next presenter for today, Via Skill, the AI-powered platform to organize, showcase, and evolve every career. And I'm really honored to present you our next female-founded startup and CEO and founder, Grace Kupat. Welcome, Grace.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening as well. So my name is Grace Kupat. I'm the founder of ViaScale. We are an AI-powered platform designed to organize, showcase, and evolve every career by connecting the dots across work, skills, and potential. So before I continue on with I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Excellent. So again, we're an AI-powered platform, and so I'm going to be going through these slides to help you understand what we're aiming to do. But before we do, I would like to kind of just go through who our founders are. I'm going to start with the right to the left. Our right is our Michael Menuzzo. He's our CTO. He's been in the industry for about 15 years, working on cloud technologies, AI as well, and cloud infrastructure. Moving to the left of him is Julia Hendricks, who has been in enterprise sales and B2B for over 10 years. And then there's me, Grace Kupat. I've been in this industry for about 20 years in software development, AI. I led product teams and platforms, transforming industries. And I've been a mentor in the UX UI space for over 10 years. And so with that, I've noticed a lot of different challenges that people have through their careers, which brings me to the problem. Currently, the career growth in our industry is not broken. It just simply wasn't built. If you think about all the things that we track, health, finances, and education, we don't necessarily do that effectively within our careers. Things like scattered, our careers are scattered across LinkedIn, emails, resumes. There is no central record. We don't have any way to gather our skill gaps, and no roadmap for advancement. And all of this leads to wasted time, missed opportunities, and potential. Our solution is to create not just a platform or a tool, but an operating system that allows and uses AI to structure our growth. And so what this does is it kind of helps with every step through outputs and helping people grow. We have 3 pillars, that is track, show, and grow, which I'll go over in the next couple slides. In our track, what our intent here is to be able to allow people to put in their projects, their work, their inputs. Our AI will autofill achievements, extract skills automatically, allowing people to organize their work. And by combining these, we generate a living, evolving record of career development. Our next pillar is the show aspect of it, which allows people to be able to customize or create custom resumes, alleviating 1 to 3 hours it takes to create one, and also creates online portfolios on the fly, so allowing them to instantly be able to create using real data. And also we'll have an AI chat that allows for deeper skills exploration. The other aspect of our model is grow and allowing the people to grow. So 75% of workers don't know their skills and they don't know exactly where they're going and how to get there. Our AI reveals top strengths, matching adjacent roles with skill gaps that they know and may not know. We also have created Skillprint, which is our proprietary behavioral framework that gives users deep insights into how they work, how they lead, and how they grow. The part that, in terms of our TAM, sum, and sum, the market right now is quite large at $465 billion by 2013 across resumes, platform, career services, and personal growth. We're focused in on, obviously, the serviceable attainable market, which is going to be at about 930 million at potential market. Our low-cost subscription and AI-generated career positions us in a place that allows for high retention and long-term engagement. Our financial projections are based on current competitors in the market. We're estimating it to be 4.2 billion in the ARR in year 3, driven by B2C initially, with our high value moving into B2B, and aligning with the closest competition. Our business model is a combined business model between B2B and B2C. We're starting off with B2C to build traction, build an understanding there, and then it'll be moving into the B2B model. The B2B is a strategy on subscription basis, starting from $8 to $26 a month, and then moving into the B2B side of things, where we introduce AI chat models into someone's background and history. That model is between 200 to 7,000 on the B2B side, and that'll be happening towards the end of Q4. In terms of traction, we're pretty early. We started off with a market validation, surveying over 1,300 people with 71 response confirming a number of these pain points that we've identified. We also have a provisional patent and a registered trademark. As we move on, we have launched our beta launch, which is live starting last week on Friday, and so we're gaining traction now to understand our product market fit. In terms of our competition, we're competing against both B2B and B2C. However, one of the things that we're focused on is really taking all of the aggregate data that's all over the place and putting it all in one place, from resume, portfolios, behavioral insights, tracking, and our proprietary Skillprint. What we're asking for is $500 in pre-seed, pre-money valuation. What this will do is it'll feed into our AI development, our user acquisition, and our team operations and legal. We're hoping to get this traction into 8 to 24 months. Hopefully we'll get the second round. And why now? Right now is the optimal time, as AI is actually reshaping our workforce, with 44% of workers who still need to upskill. In Q1 alone, over 500,000 of jobs were cut. And so we're here to hopefully help. And that is my presentation. I'm free to answer any questions.
Any quick questions? Emilio, please.
Grace, thank you so much for your presentation. Which is the main difference between your company and LinkedIn? As you mentioned one of the slides, but walk me through a little bit about this point.
That's a great question. One of the things about LinkedIn that it does, although it does create resumes, it's focused on actually the job seeker. What we're focused on is more of a holistic view, not only for the job seeker, but the person within their roles that's trying to upskill within their roles. Also, the identification of a personality trait using our Skillprint to help identify roles with their matching roles, rather than just trying to shoot out a bunch of resumes. It helps to identify them quickly and much more efficiently.
Okay, thank you, Grace.
Amazing. Well, I believe, Grace, with your extensive background in executive roles and all these companies, you are really, already shared that with you, that I really like your conceptual approach, that you are like reinventing the whole ecosystem, right? Of like the way how a career is being built and developed, and now that we have the new tech to empower it. So I definitely think this is a very much needed conversation that is very multidisciplinary and definitely belongs to many conference stages. Hopefully we will see you there in Silicon Valley quite soon. Okay, so I suggest, unless you guys have like really burning question to jump in, then definitely like go ahead and ask it. But we are moving all the discussion afterwards and also into private conversations, one-on-ones. But also you can type your question or any comment in the chat as we go. But we really need to speed up to let all our pitching companies to present. I want to remind that everybody will have only 5 minutes for presentation. And thank you very much, Grace. Great startup, and it's local in Silicon Valley, at least in California. So we definitely want to be a part of it in the near future. So keep us posted, definitely. Okay, amazing. Next presenting company for today is Unlock Biology, building foundational large-scale AI models of human cells. And right, CEO and founder Dmitry Kalupin, right? Dmitry,
Yes,
welcome. Yes, we're excited to hear about your venture. Please take the stage.
Thank you, Tanya. I will share the screen. Hello, everyone. I'm Dmitry, co-founder and CEO of Unlock Biology, and we are building the models of cell dynamics. Traditional cancer therapies like chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery have been saving lives, but often they're not enough. And then came the breakthrough in cell therapies like CAR-T, as you probably heard. So CAR-T was a game changer. It reprograms the patient's own immune cells to recognize and attack cancer cells. And the first cell therapy against blood cancer was approved in 2017. So the person in the photo survived thanks to CAR-T therapy, but not all patients are as fortunate. Studies show that up to 50% of CAR-T patients relapse, often due to poor cell quality. So the cell is doing the job in cell therapies. So while these cell therapies are already saving lives, there is still a really critical need to improve the effectiveness and safety of these cells. And this challenge requires complex and resource-intensive experiments. We address this problem by predicting and optimizing how the cells behave over time. As you probably know, machine learning is already transforming bio and pharma. For example, AlphaFold enabled biochemical predictions, even earning a Nobel Prize, and many startups model molecular structures and interactions, design proteins, and other large molecules. And the next big frontier is cell modeling. We want to be able to predict how the gene expression in the cell changes in response to these interventions, such as antibodies, small molecules, CRISPR modifications, etc. And this will eventually unlock rational drug design and cell therapy modifications and synthetic biology at scale in general. So we translate high-dimensional omics data into language that computer can interpret, and then return human-readable, actionable answers like cell type summaries, predicted drug responses, and etc. So we fuse bioinformatics outputs with the natural language reasoning to generate concrete recommendations for specific experiments when you run a therapy optimization process. So trained on billions of biological tokens, we want to support natural language Q&A and automatic dataset summaries and in silico predictions, and this will open the door to conversational therapy development. But there are lots of problems. Gene perturbation requires much more data than the protein folding, and we focus on generating these dynamic synthetic biodata to power up these models. So we turn static data into dynamic to power up these deep learning models. And the problem is that most of the data in biology is just static snapshots. So we know at specific point of time what's happening in the cell, but we don't know what was before, what would be after. So we need time series. And instead of analyzing these snapshots, we first model how the cell properties change over time. And this approach allows us to have more data to train these dynamic models. The core technology for transforming data from static to dynamic, it's called RNA velocity, was developed at Harvard Medical School, and our founding scientist, Victor, was the co-author of the landmark paper, and he also contributed a lot to spatial transcriptomics, received Swiss Institute of Bioinformatics Award for top cell segmentation algorithms, which are used by 10x Genomics, the leading producer of scientific equipment and data. And our CTO, Mikita, has led research and development teams of dozens of engineers in machine learning for drug discovery and other deep tech companies. And our chief scientific officer, Vadim, previously led an immunotherapy startup backed by Berkeley. And before that, he built one of the largest tool ecosystems, which were like the tools were used for development of dozens of immunotherapies by multiple top pharma and university teams. And I myself built two companies and before have a deep background in mathematics and dynamic modeling, built top earning high frequency trading robots. And in general, the open source packages developed by my brilliant colleagues are used by tens of thousands of researchers in leading labs and pharma companies. So each year, more than 400 cell therapies enter clinical trials, with thousands more in development. And these therapies, they are expanding beyond cancer, so they are now targeting also autoimmune disorders and lots of other indications. And our synthetic dataset approach will help hundreds of these biotech and pharma companies to conduct more of their experiments digitally and eventually improve their therapies faster and cheaper. So since initial angel funding, we received it from head of R&D in pharma company, from deep tech angels, from data lead in biotech startup. We have completed key research, assembled an exceptional team, built a data benchmarking pipeline, benchmarked all the existing perturbation data sets, received the first NDA for private data access, and by the end of summer, we expect to release the first product for cell therapy manufacturing protocol optimization. And our first validation partner is a university spin-off here in Switzerland, and they are building the cell therapy for solid tumors. So we are currently raising 2 million to validate the technology with the first customers, convert all the existing publicly available data into dynamic format, and generate our first initial private data sets. So join Unlock in bringing treatments closer to a world where every patient has an effective, personalized therapy tailored to their own unique biology. I'll be happy to answer the questions. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Dmitry. Okay, let's see. Let's speed up the discussion part. In fact, we have more companies presenting, and we are spent like half of time discussing. Okay, any feedback? I do not see. In fact, we invited specifically biotech investors. They are RSVP'd. I'm seeing who I can ask here. The closest I can see Carl Jones. Maybe you can give some thoughts. But definitely, we have a short list of biotech investors to look at that. So that would be our follow-up communication with you. Carl?
Well, I mean, I think we should go through the presentation, and then if we have further deep dive questions, we can contact the founders and talk to them. Because if we keep, going back and forth, it will take all our time. So I like to just hear the pitches, and then when we connect offline, we can drill down all the questions necessary. Thank you.
Makes sense. I agree. Let's just agree if somebody has a burning question and just immediate reaction that they can't wait to express. By the way, we have Alex Galitsky. Alex, you here? I saw you. You have to say something. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to have two questions actually.
Sure.
It is customers. You told we would like to get to customers. Who will be your customers, and how you will bring your product on the market?
Yeah, so we are not building our own therapy. So our aim is to empower hundreds of biotechs and pharma companies. So our target customer is the company which already has the biological insight for cell therapy. So they are either starting clinical trials, so they already know which cells they want to produce during this manufacturing process. They have already some manufacturing process in place, and we help them improve this process, make it more scalable, cheaper, faster, but most importantly, more reliable. So there are first product is the reports which optimize the existing protocol. Obviously, when we can build this, so this is the first way to prove that this dynamic modeling works. After we are able to perform a lot of experiments digitally, there are many more potential applications in diagnostics, in targets discovery, but for first stage, our target customer is the company which produces cell therapy, where they understand which cells they want to grow.
And you compare with whom yourself?
There are different levels. Obviously, there are like isomorphic labs and Genentech and Altos and huge giants which generally also want to like be able to reprogram the cells. As I mentioned, currently they are working more on the level of biochemical modeling, so how the big molecule looks like, how they interact with each other, and the next big frontier is cell modeling. But for now, the models are not that good. So if we compare ourselves with other cell modeling companies, there are Turbine, Deep Life, Bioptimus, Graph. So there are multiple companies running there, much smaller amount than in protein interactions modeling, but also quite an interesting family of companies.
And how far you will move with 2 million?
Say again?
How far you will move with $2 million?
How far? What we will receive with 2 million? Right. So we will transform all the existing publicly available data, and hopefully we'll have a good quality benchmark where we show that in best case scenario, we can significantly reduce the requirements on the dataset size to get specific predictions which are needed to optimize the therapy. So the good result, the first big result will be when we can optimize the existing therapy without more wet lab experiments. By the end of 2 million, we expect that we will have maybe 2, 3, maximum 5 cases with slightly different types of customers from this list. So they work on different types of tumors. They have different problems and advancements, achievements with the data. So it will depend on in which specific areas the models generalize better. So I cannot say in advance where. Probably around solid tumors, we will have 2 customers, one in autoimmune, one with probably blood or lymphoma, some liquid cancer. And also we'll spend maybe 1/4 of this money on our own private data, but before that we need to first take all the existing publicly available data, transform it, see how it works, and then generate the predictions for the next most reasonable experiments. And eventually you can think of this company as operating system for automated lab. So in best case scenario, would be able to, based on what you want to explore, predict the most reasonable experiment that helps you to get this exploration.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Dmitry. In order to optimize everyone's time, I understand investors' times are priceless and founders' times are priceless. So let's just go through the pitches. There will be discussion at the end as well. Sounds good. Everybody agrees on that? Okay, great. I want to invite our next founder, the MeetPay, the future crypto payment, Arseny Mironov and Mikhail Skaradumov. Are you here? Yes. Ready to pitch? Yes. Okay, great. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Let me just show my pitch deck. So first of all, I would like to mention that we are first product which unify the 90% of issues that exist in the market into one solution. We combine banking convenience with blockchain and security to make crypto part of everyday life. Give me a moment. Okay, so we have a few general issues which exist in the market. It's isolated from real economy. It's very hard to convert fiat to crypto and back, and there isn't any background payments for that, papers. There is no tool for business which combines and unified technology and ML security and KYC checks. And it's very, very complex to everyday user to manage all these messy things, especially when we coming to the mass adoption. Okay, so the need is pretty simple. The user wants simple, intuitive interface, which familiar like Revolut payment or Venmo, which they don't need to think about million things at one time, especially then when you describing to absolutely new person in crypto industry. Business are struggling to find one simple solution for their needs, and the real world is asking new development in blockchain industry. So market is growing. We grew up to 30% last year, and we're expecting to grow the online payments, greeting up more. So what we built probably, we have a one combined payment system with non-custodial wallets with already included exchange in 51 countries and instant conversion, including SEPA, SWIFT, and the rest. So you can directly transferring your funds from your bank account to non-custodial wallet with our system. So we're focusing on the main part of the market, which are interested in money transfers and payment services like payments for your workers, invoices, and the rest. We have 5 levels of security, let's call it this way. So first one is when you just want to have some funds on your bank account, like holding some Bitcoin. Then you can choose your go with KYC or not. Yeah, you can use only make a separate account like a card and use Go and with KYC only there, but holding up your anonymity in other wallets. So we have 2 options. For B2B, we providing whole corporate solutions for this needs, and for B2C users, we make it easy, like a Venmo payments through phone number or like a face pay, which I will present later. So technically, clients receive wallet on the one hand for personal use for family, and on another hand, you have a corporate infrastructure to share account activity, to provide their regular payments with accountant and the rest. We have a lot of different features for adoption of regular based user for everyday use of funds in our life. So we have such different technologies which can be used for different type of customers. For example, FacePay. FacePay is provide the option like to pay you by fans or partners by selfie, which 0.5% fee, instead of influencer right now pays 15% out of each trade. Yeah, if somebody wants to, for example, give any viral TikToker $10, 15% will go background. So also we have function as phone number translation. So you don't need now to think how to transfer money to your friend. You just need his mobile number and just send it. Even if he don't have account in our platform, he will instantly receive under his phone number this account, and he can create or withdraw or continue to use it in internal system, because we have a different type of security levels. Also, which very useful for B2B businesses, is script checks. It provides for to make to lock funds in smart contracts as NFT or PDF. Example, pay for services, release for funds, or without any disputes. Shared wallet usage, easy for anybody in our system. We will present our already working functionality a bit later, but technically you can not only share your funds, you can separate your working business, other one, and have it everything in one phone. Temporary loan of commission to user. So currently you need to pay fees, you need to pay to change from USDT to TRX, then to go to your other account. It's very, very hard. What we do, we simply give option to just pay, and that's it. We use USDT instead of TRX, and we just credit with it. AML checks, KYC checks already integrated in a system, and gives user more intuitive way how to understand which funds he received or sent, or which wallet he will use next, to avoid the black money or gray money. So currently we have already existing infrastructure in 53 countries with 600 active partners of exchanges around the world. We have VASP license and all legal infrastructure already pre-built to easy launch. We have already agreement with the 2,000 restaurants to receive crypto payments in their restaurants through our system, and we have 30,000 followers across social media, which very helps us to see the pain points of the customers. Here are some few projections. I would like to mention that all these numbers are probably built not just through Excel. It was tested on real people. We was making several interactions with the clients to understand how to convert them the most efficient way. Next, this is, I think we already had. So our plan is pretty simple. We already uploaded our apps into App Store and Google Play. We are now waiting for a final approval from Apple. And we are planning to launch initially in UAE to test it because it's the most efficient way to do it, and then go to US and Europe to expand our network. Our ask is pretty simple, $2 million for 10%. It will be enough money to cover all the probably mostly marketing expenses. And additionally, we will launch the influencers campaign with it. Thank you for a moment. If you have any questions, please. Arseny, could you be so kind to share while if somebody have questions to show app, please?
Yeah, you can do the demo. That's a great idea. Please do.
Yeah, it's gonna be short demo.
Yeah. The demo. First of all, I never came across. I see so many startups. 50 people apply per week. We haven't seen a face pay technology like without the user creating an account. So that was something new for me. I didn't know about our investor network. There are many innovations to unpack in this startup. So I would encourage everybody to pay close attention. That might be like your next unicorn. If you were waiting for this opportunity for next, big thing, that's maybe it. I haven't seen an American startups like that. Just saying.
We missed a lot of like QR payments and the rest. For example, we have a feature, for example, if you need to send money to your mom and she don't know how to use account, you just create special QR code, send her, and she goes to any exchange and we redeem by this QR code the money. And that's it. Like there is a lot of things that we thought that will be more useful for everyday use, and to how to decrease the entry level point for customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Simplifying and kind of making it more accessible. Yeah. So removing all the, like middle steps.
We use FacePay for example, for influencers to be able to convert more people, because now you need to send at least 10, 15 dollars to drop to account, not just $1, for example, and we can just use it easily, just send it.
Yeah, absolutely. The next step in fintech. Okay, John, please, you have a question? Yes, let's go to it.
So thank you for the presentation. I'm sitting here right now in Las Vegas at the Bitcoin 2025 conference, which is the biggest industry event. And my reaction to this presentation is, although very thoughtful on the ambitious on products and the products features, there are at least 100 companies out here in attendance that are doing part of this business plan. So to say that something like this doesn't exist starts off the presentation as you guys must be very naive if you think that's the case. So for business to business transactions, Ripple with a couple $100 million of investment is by far the leader on banking strength, XRP coins to handle many things you want. For Bitcoin, for peer-to-peer payments, Strike, which I'm an investor in, we've got the 20 some, the crypto Bitcoin portfolio companies, is by far the world leader with the processing over $1 billion of transactions for payments, remittances, and for things that your business plan contemplates. So my advice would be, look at what's already out there carefully, go get some customers who are willing to pay you for the application. But if you
We
want to do
already
this,
have, sorry for interruption. First of all,
are they paying you?
of course, as soon we launch fully in App Store and Google
But you have
Play,
no revenue right now, right?
no revenue, no.
Okay, so don't interrupt me if what I'm saying is correct. You have no revenue, you have no customers that are paying you. Your business plan is the way vicious for things that already exist. Already has hundreds of users in over 120 countries. They're by far the leader in peer-to-peer payments right now. And so to replicate that functionality and hope you're going to make a business out of it is the naive. Now, there may be a pony in what you're, but I'd come to this conference. I'd walk around the floor. I'd see what everybody else is doing. I do a thoughtful competitive analysis and figure out where the gap is, because you don't describe a gap in this marketplace that at least I'm seeing, and I'm pretty knowledgeable. So and I'm sorry to be strident about it, but it was a long presentation, way longer than I was told they were going to be scaled to 5 minutes, and with 5 minutes of discussion, and we're running long. So thank you. That's my 2 cents.
It makes. I was wondering, what is that background? Is it Bellagio Casino in Las Vegas, John? I was thinking, the sky looks so beautiful.
Yes, it's the Venetian. So there are
I
50
always
or 100,000
say,
people
like
here.
my selling munition, right? This is like one of my favorites. So I always say to our founders, Silicon Valley investors are the best. They're so supportive. They're so nice. Not like your local investors. Come to Silicon Valley. Come to America. I guess like next time we should serve lunch to make it actual lunch to make sure investors are not hungry. So they're like,
to your point earlier, the young are going to discover new things in new markets. And the people of my generation who did something at the dawn of the internet or the dawn of GPS or the dawn of the mobile and cell phones are of course going to miss opportunities. But if the goal of a pitch is to get money, then my feedback of to convince investors like me, here's what you need. You can't go out with a 20 million valuation. That's crazy if you don't have the customers and product and so on. It's just not reasonable in this economy to 2 earlier presentations, including this one. The valuation is out to lunch. If you can get it from clueless people, great. Mazel tov. But if you want to get it from people who are really going to help you, then you have to be thoughtful about what you're asking for and thoughtful about a presentation that is going to grab my attention. So the BioTech one grabs my attention. He is thoughtful, except there's a gap in what are my customers going to pay me for? And you don't have time in 5 or 10 minutes, so noted. So maybe there's something here in this one too that just wasn't well articulated for me as an investor.
That was some tough love from Jon Stewart. And on that note, we will move to our next presenting company. And yes, let's keep the energy going and try to be as positive as we can, because like those are the baby companies. They're making their first steps. We want to welcome them in the world of entrepreneurship. They're going to get bitten up by the market a lot. So you kind of want to still kind of be helpful. That's at least the goal of our event, but we welcome any kind of critical feedback as well. That it can be very useful as like reality check for, but as many of these founders, that's exactly why they come to this event, because this is their first steps in the US market, and they want to hear investors' feedback and thoughts and like other reaction. So we are still iterating, and they are in the process of building their company. So it's definitely a process. It's like we don't expect everything to be perfect immediately from the first pitch. So it's just a work process. Don't worry, guys. Okay, next up. Deflation coin, please. Vitaly Sirautov, Eduard, and Astisyan, AI-powered solution against inflation and crisis. It's your turn to present.
Dear friends, hello everyone. My name is Vitaly. I want to present you Deflation Coin, the world's first cryptocurrency with algorithmic deflation. Our CEO, Eduard, is a professional trader who turned $20 into $200,000. My name is Vitaly. I am the CTO and co-founder of the project with 15 years of experience in development, especially in Fintech and scalable system. Right now, our team has 12 members, many of whom have worked in companies like the Big Four, Bybit, OKX, Binance, etc. The combined government debt of all countries has exceeded $100 trillion, and inflation keeps growing year after year, devaluing our savings even at this very moment. To protect their wealth, people from around the world invested hundreds of billions of dollars into Bitcoin despite its serious flaws. Bitcoin crashes by 80% every 4 years. Investors lose money. It can drop 50% in a single day, like during the COVID crash. It has no internal economy like states do. Demand is only supported by the greater full game. Whoever buys last pays for the party of all those before them. While analyzing the market, we came across Counter-Strike Go cases. Their value grew 3,600 times due to deflation mechanics. Once opened, the cases are removed from circulation. We saw a major advantage here compared to Bitcoin, which only has limited supply but no real deflation. This inspired us to create Deflation Coin. So Deflation Coin is a solution to these problems and can mirror the explosive growth seen in the case market show earlier. According to future crises driven by historically high government debts and rising inflation, Deflation Coin offers a unique layer of protection for investors worldwide. Our key feature is deflationary halving. Coins that are not staked get burned, encouraging investors to stake. Bitcoin's halving only slows down inflation, but doesn't reduce coins in circulation. With our deflationary halving, the number of coins is regularly reduced. Ethereum and Solana, being poorly designed, create inflation by printing new tokens to pay rewards to stakers. Deflation Coin pays staking rewards from ecosystem revenue, while maintaining a strictly limited supply, just like Bitcoin. We've built in protection against crashes and dumps. Smooth unlocking for all coin holders eliminates sharp price drops. So thanks to these three innovations, Deflation Coin is the most uncorrelated cryptocurrency in the world. In the crypto market, there is a pattern. When Bitcoin crashes, all altcoins crash too. One panic seller triggers others. In our case, emotional selling is architecturally excluded. My partner and I kept only 5% each, just like Larry Page and Sergey Brin from Google. We also staked our shares for 12 years with no option to unstake. You won't find a single crypto project that believes in its own vision this much. Everyone else wants a quick exit in a couple of years. Within our ecosystem, we're developing in areas like a gamify, a sedify exchange with zero fees, and even an exclusive dating service. And of course, we plan to migrate to our own blockchain with native integration of deflationary mechanics. The total market size across all our direction is $4 trillion. Once we capture just 3%, we and our investor will earn billions of dollars. Deflation coin has limited supply, buybacks, and burning protection from sudden crashes. No correlation with crypto market or global economy, no pyramid scheme signs, and has an internal economy that generates revenue. On all these metrics, deflation coin outperforms competitors like Bitcoin, Gold, Ethereum, and Solana, and is in fact the most reliable asset in the world. Global media wrote about us, Business Insider, Binance, Street Insider, and others. That helped us get noticed by VCs, and we're now in talks with several of them. DevCoin has a market cap of $6 million and total liquidity of $1.9 million. As seen on the chart, DevCoin shows stable growth. It didn't fall alongside Bitcoin, proving no correlation with it. We also have a Web3 and mobile app where you can buy Dev, stake, and track transaction history. There is $900K left in our first investment round, so we plan to use these funds to promote DevCoin among analysts and investors worldwide and to develop ecosystem products, including migrating to our own blockchain. Our final 15 years goal is to have deflation coin included in the strategic reserves of central banks around the world. You may think we're crazy. Dear friends, you're not wrong. We're crazy. As Steve Jobs says, only the crazy ones change the world. Dear friends, thank you for your attention. We'll be happy to answer your questions.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Deflation Coin. Any questions, like quick questions that are not angry, please? Any like happy questions or feedback? Okay, so we have exactly 20 minutes of our event. So we have 2 more companies to present. So if you guys don't mind, we will move on. And we will deliver you feedback from investors after the event and also like follow-up information, and you can continue getting reactions from our investor network, just not publicly, not live, okay? So, okay, great. Thank you so much for your presentation. I think that is a very timely solution as America is heading to recession. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I keep hearing those conversations about the next big crisis coming up. So maybe this is your solution, right? So that's why now. To bring up to the stage a startup that you haven't expected to meet today, and I haven't expected to have them here as well, but I hopefully will bring some positive energy to this room of like really angry investors. I want to present to you Halo, a company that is bringing together faith and AI. Halo is revolutionizing how torches meet the need of believers with the help of AI. And its CEO and founder, Luke Whiting. Welcome, Luke. You have your 5-10 minute presentation. Unmute yourself, please. Okay.
Good evening from here in the UK. Hopefully,
Hello.
let me just put that on full screen. Hopefully you can all see that. So faith communities across the globe are both disconnected and discouraged. Over the past 2 decades, nearly 50 million people in the UK and US alone have left the church. Of those people, nearly 50% did so as they felt their individual needs were not being met and they didn't feel part of their faith community. Simultaneously, 80% of people within the church stated that there was a desperate need for increased pastoral care, with their pastors stating that they are not serving their individual needs by understanding how the Bible relates to their lives and their circumstances. Sadly, religious leaders don't know what to do about this crisis, with 80% stating that they lack the resource and the skill to meet the ever-growing needs and ever-changing needs of their congregations. This is caused also by conflicting priorities and unmanageable workloads, leading to 70% of pastors suffering burnout within their career. Halo is the world's first AI-powered platform built specifically to empower believers and equip leaders. We do this by revolutionizing how church leaders firstly understand and secondly serve the needs of their congregation using AI to extend their reach and increased personalized support. Halo's AI Mentor provides non-judgmental advice, guidance, and support to users. It also provides them with targeted, AI-driven biblical scripture tailored specifically to their life circumstances and challenge in any individual moment. Whether they're experiencing the best days of their life, they may have sold their business or come into great wealth, or whether they've experienced their darkest days by losing a family member or getting divorced from their spouse. We don't just connect them with technology, we also connect them with a faith-led full-service marketplace, all simultaneously booked through our in-app booking system using APIs with these service providers. All this content is completely shareable with their friends, family, congregational members and pastors to improve community orientation and deepen their faith development. For church leaders, Halo's AI-driven church report provide anonymized insights into their congregation's challenges and concerns. By increasing visibility, we're helping them reconnect with their communities, whilst also driving AI-driven suggestions to improve their sermons, pastoral care, and community outreach so it resonates more deeply with the needs of their people. Without Halo, churches need to hire these professionals internally. With us, they're able to save both time and cost, whilst also generating revenues by earning commission on any services delivered to their congregations. With church subscriptions as low as $50 per month, as well as our own affiliate commission agreements in place with these service providers, within our first month, we predict to generate $25,000 from just 100 early adopter churches. I'm Luke Whiting, a 3-times exited entrepreneur and the proud leader of Halo. Our team of experienced individuals know these ecosystems well, having built both industry-leading church management platforms and successful AI tech companies. Between Paul and I, we've amassed 9 combined exits and raised over $100 million in previous startups. Collectively, our team have deep industry experience with access to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of ICPs and decision makers within churches and global ministries. To date, we've had 40 early adopters signed up across 3 continents, and our team are leveraging our established relationships who are collectively responsible for nearly 500,000 churches across the globe. We're focusing on technologically advanced denominations first, then utilizing their organic reach and scale to just 0.12% of the total addressable market, which, if anything, is conservative. When we do, we'll be impacting 5 million users and supporting 45,000 churches, whilst generating over $105 million in annual recurring revenue in one of the fastest growing markets. To date, we've closed $108,000 of our $417,000 pre-seed round. We're raising investment to acquire more customers, expand into the US, and lay the foundations for global success. So, investors, join us at Halo as we empower, equip, and enhance the lives of churches and faith communities across the globe. Thank you.
Thank you. I would really love to hear some investor feedback, just really quick from somebody. Like, what are your thoughts? Because it's not a typical company we have in Silicon Valley. I would say it's like a quite unique product. I'd say.
I'm very conflicted about this, Tanya.
Mhm.
He cast the message, this is for people of faith, but he limits it to certain faith in the world. There's about 8 billion people in the world, and he's focused on one faith. So that would be a little bit conflicting for me. But the other piece is, last slide, he's projecting valuations of 20 and 70, but he's already in the pre-seed stage. So that's kind of presumptuous to say, I'm going to be at 20 and 70 in Series A and post A. These are my two thoughts, but well done. I just don't know how you're going to manage all the Christian faiths in under one umbrella. That's a big, big, big complex story.
Yeah, so we focused on, just to answer that question, we focused on the Christian faith because I'm a Christian, so it gives us instant access into a growing market. At some point, this will be a multi-faith platform. It would be completely wrong for us to try and predict what the future of that looks like. So there's more than enough of a market to go out with the Christian faith alone. But without a doubt, our future plans are to white label the product and to enter into other faith communities as well.
Do you have any plans to include like Muslims, Buddhists, Judaism, other religions as a market expansion strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're focused on Christian and Catholicism in the first instance, again, just because it gives us instant access to market for our existing team. But longer term, we will be looking at a multi-faith platform. Absolutely.
Look, you have a very large market in the Christian faith. There's nothing wrong with that. You're spot on. Keep on going. Just when you started, I thought you're covering all people of faith, and then you narrowed it down. So keep it clear from the beginning. That way we stay with you on it.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. Good luck to you, sir. I hope you do well.
Thank you.
I would say that definitely brings diversity of thought. You know, I feel like the world is so divided, is so like torn apart with all the wars, the conflicts. But it's just so nice to have a peaceful company that is truly trying to make the world better. And I would, as a social scientist, and by my background, I can say there's a growing percentage of people kind of awakening and becoming more conscious and like gravitating towards all kind of spiritual knowledge. So I think this is as our society is becoming increasingly technological, I believe the trend is that us as humans, we need to kind of accelerate our humanity, so to say. And even if with AI, so I feel like this is like a breath of fresh air, you know, everything is like tech, and more apps, more that, more AI. But then, yeah, you want to empower people's.
Yeah, just to add, Tanya, there was some research undertaken yesterday that stated that 81% of pastors are now considering or using AI within the church. So it's definitely a market where there's an increased appetite for leveraging technology.
And that new Pope, right? Like now America is all rooting for like, oh, we have our Pope Leo. It's just like a new, almost like a fashion. So it's becoming fashion. Religion is trending, apparently. So yeah, I think good luck to you. I definitely want you're coming to America in the right time. It's like this growing kind of like crisis of like belief systems, the understanding of society, like what's happening. Like we definitely need more solutions, you know, to like all the crises that we have. I personally think it's like a huge impact that you can make, and I'm very supportive. So let's keep talking. Let's keep showing you to Silicon Valley. I told you already, it's like not a very much religious place. It's just the people with tech background. I don't know how many of tech people are believers, but yeah, you outlined your market access points, Texas, there's Utah. So there are a lot of plenty of cities in America that have like religious communities, so you can definitely find many supporters. And churches are very influential institutions. They in fact have money, so they have funding. You might as well get funded by a church, by the way. We should tap into that fundraising market. I never thought of it, but now I'm starting
Yeah, Texas is going to be our future HQ in the US. We've already started plans to look to move our HQ over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe every investor and founder is praying when the deal is coming through. You know, that is a moment of faith that everyone has, right? So when you are praying for that investor to really close the deal, that's when you realize you are actually a believer. So yeah, thank you for bringing this novelty to our pitch event. And we have, I see there's a conversation going on in the chat room. Good job. I encourage that. Please keep talking. And we have our final presenter for today. And we have our final presenter for today, and exactly 7 or 8 minutes left for you guys. And this is a very young and promising startup. Please don't judge them harshly, I beg you, because this is their first venture. They are very inspired. They watch the Silicon Valley show. They're fans of Y Combinator. They have very, positive and optimistic view of Silicon Valley and what investment and startup community is. So let's be gentle to this company. And I want to bring up to the stage Increase, the AI fundraising platform for the new startup era that is reinventing the way how startups are getting funded and the whole startup investment culture to make it less toxic. I want to hear all about that. Please do. Sure. And sorry, I didn't introduce you. So we have Ivan and Maxim, co-founders, like Sergey and Breen and Larry Page, our future.
Yeah. Thanks, Tanya. You've shown all our cards already.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see all of you. And I'm Ivan, founder of Incredi. And today we are here to get your worth value feedback and expand our network for further raising. Yeah. And with my co-founder, Maxim, we are fourth-time entrepreneurs. That's our fourth company. We are applying to YC right now, third time. And Max is an engineer with 3.5 years of experience in industry. And right now he is pursuing a PhD, in this field. And we noticed that in such hot time like now, when incredible startups and ideas and technologies are created every day, at that moment, investors still waste time to such routine like verifying their claims. And the other hand, entrepreneurs don't have direct access to investors, and moreover, they don't have a feedback in their rejection case. And all of this goes to 90% of startups die. And as founders with 3 failed startups on the back, it's really pain point for us, and we just want to deal with it, to beat it. And we suggest AI-powered screen process platform with personalized AI analysis for investors and direct access and feedback for entrepreneurs. And how it works: entrepreneurs or investors upload their decks to our platform, and after they are processed by our AI-powered analyst, in the successful case where there is no factual errors, red flags, etc., relevant decks fall down to investors, to investor if it was his flow, or to all relevant investors if it was entrepreneur deck. And in the other case, when there is something wrong, entrepreneur always get feedback by our platform, and he can understand what he can fix for create really worth for world, something for world, and that's what we do. And our platform based on AI innovation, multi-agent system, and the crucial moment here is that's only our system aims at giving feedbacks, and that's a principal moment. And our audience is angel investors, VC funds, and entrepreneurs, of course. And that slide shows our business model. And according to this, that's our marketing potential perspectives. with 1.5 billion in TAM. And that's our competitor landscape. And please pay attention to the last 3 columns, because they show us that no one of our competitors do feedback after rejection or have combat with 90% failure rate of startups, or have multi-agent system aims at giving feedback. Yeah, and that's our USP, and that's our uniqueness. And our go-to-market strategy based on collaboration with angel networks, with accelerators, and open forums for it. Yeah, and according to our roadmap, you can see that right now we're actively conducting our CASDEVs, and we will have finished development of our MVP by this August. And our final aim is make strategic exit to angel list at valuation 51 and $5 million in 3 years. Yeah, so that's important. That's important. We really believe that's a 90% failure rate of startups is not statistics. It's a systematic bug that we can fix. We can fix with AI. Just imagine, yeah, how it's impact to 12 world. And our goal is to redesign the startup screening process to ensure that all truly beneficial startups gain access to global capital. Yeah, and that's key moment. Thanks for your attention. We are glad to get your feedback. That's really worth for us. Value, yeah. So we are ready to ask to all of your questions. Our CTO Max is here, yeah. So let's do it.
I see actually some new names in our chat. I see Mary Jo Potter joined us. So nice to meet you. If you have any thoughts, feedback for any of the companies, we actually should bring really more women investors. I'm always trying, but it's not easy to find you guys. Also, if someone who has any feedback to this company or previously presenting companies, now would be a good time, as we will be wrapping up in just a few minutes. But overall, I want to say, Ivan, what I want to tell you is that Silicon Valley is definitely a place for dreamers, and things might not be like when you, especially this is your first try. Hopefully, YC will get you in, but you really need to have to be mission driven, right? The big mission that you have is you want to reinvent the whole dialogue between startups and investors. And I work with many startups, I can say, and with investment community, I can say it's really painful problem for founders, because they tell things to me that they don't tell to investors, that they say that investors have some really bad malpractices of communication with startups. On the ethical side, like ghosting, not getting back, not providing that feedback, and that can be critical. It can actually save somebody's life, somebody's company. Then there's plenty of startups who never started again, so they burn just once and they are done for life. You know, I've met like many people like that. So it's really great that I think what you're doing is almost like an NGO level project. It's not even a commercialized venture, maybe. So this is something that, like, issues that you want to be talking about at all those conference panels, and like how we can improve culture, how we can improve the communication standards for the industry. So startups really would love to get this investor feedback, and I'm really grateful to our investors here today that you are really actually sharing your feedback, even though it's critical, but it's very helpful, it's useful. It helps startup to act, to pivot, to change things, to improve things in order to get funded, right? So I think this is just a kudos to your mission, supportive of your mission. And yes, you keep going, and like you will knock in all those doors and you will find your supportive community, right?
Thanks, Tanya. Thanks.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome. And any last final thoughts from our panel of judges? And it's been like really interesting and challenging today, but I think this is what we are here for. And I see there is a lot of interactions going on in the chat, and like people are getting connected and getting feedback. I think that's really useful and helpful for our companies. Many of them are just doing their first steps they're coming from other locations, other countries. They don't even know like local culture in America. So this might be their first event for many, in fact. So I just want to tell you all that this is the land of the free entrepreneurship. So we always want to see you, to support you, to help you in a possible way. And even though you get some critiques, but that's because we love you. We love you and we want you to succeed. That is why we can be critical at times. Okay, so any final thoughts, final comments? We're basically running out of time. I want to thank all the investors that been here today, who dedicated their time and their energy to be in this event. And we'll be sharing all the founder pitch decks, everybody's contacts, and the pitch event recording with you tomorrow. Founders, we will be happy to hear your feedback and appreciate your update on your entrepreneurship journey in the US. And we will be contacting you about the next steps, how we can help you and work with you and support your fundraising journey. We look forward to hearing about your fundraising results and keep you in a loop about like the next steps you can take. Also with our investors, I'm pretty sure that you will be hearing from those people you met here today. It is very valuable to build those connections, even if there was like a first impression that is often enough to continue and have like that one-on-one meeting that you can share more information, like answer more questions. And we will encourage our investors to do just that. Okay, so it was the start of Investor Pitch Launch, our May edition. It was Tanya Mitchell. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for being awesome, and just keep building, keep grinding, and we will create a better future for all. Thank you all for joining.